Welcome to another. Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of On the Pitch with TJ Picks. I'm your host, TJ Raff. Let's get it rolling.
You are now tuned into On the Pitch with the GOAT, TJ Raff.
Hello. What another day, another dollar, guys. Another VIP winner today. Soccer banger, Tottenham, Manchester United, over 3.5. It didn't matter what you had, guys. You could have had over 4, over 5. Blowout winner. Final score 4-3. That puts us at a 10-1 VIP run. 10-1. That means the last 11 VIP plays, we've hit 10 of them. Let me go a little bit further with my record. 21-3, last 24 VIP plays. Go even further, 31-5, last 36, guys. And a percentage of 84% in the last 45 VIP plays, 38-7, guys. Nobody in the business is doing what I'm doing with soccer, guys. I don't think anybody's putting up these numbers in any sport. Nobody out there is hitting at this rate right now, guys. When I get locked in, I'm locked in, and we're doing some specials right now, guys. Rest of the month, rest of December, get you in there for $60, guys. $60. That's less than $10 a day, guys. You spend more than $10 a day on your coffee, donuts, on your Chick-fil-A. Come on now, guys. Get on board, start winning, and learn with the best. Soccer's my number one sport. We also do NFL, guys. NFL teasers. We hit another teaser tonight. We had the Broncos plus 10, over 34.5, guys. Another winner. It was a little sketchy there towards the end. But another thing that we talked about in the VIP chat was the over, guys. I saw a ton of people on the under tonight. It was a low underline, 41. That's usually a trap, guys. Whenever you see a 41, 39, 40, especially in primetime games, you got to look for that over, guys. This is a primetime game, Thursday night. Did you guys not see how many points the Broncos were putting up? Broncos were putting up 28, 30, 40 points, guys. And the last 4 home games for the Chargers, they were giving up a ton of points. All the games were going up, guys. Real deal, guys. These are my VIP members right now, checking out the live. Appreciate the support, guys. You guys know where it's at. My VIP chat is unlike any other VIP chat in the business, guys. I have an exclusive VIP chat where I throw in all my VIP members, guys. We're betting day in, day out. We're betting at night. We got some games that we're going to be betting tonight, guys. The night shift is about to kick in. Australian soccer, soccer from India, you name it. Turkey soccer, Turkish soccer. We bet it all. The people in there are good people. We're like a family in there. Everybody that's in the VIP gets into the exclusive VIP chat. We're chatting all day. We're talking smack. We're betting. We're having a good time, guys. That's included in the VIP price. Nobody in the business is doing what I'm doing, guys. Monday night, we hit both NFL teasers. We hit multiple props. I only missed one prop for Monday Night Football. There were 2 games. We hit both teasers. We hit a 4-team sweetheart teaser. We hit 3 or 4 props. Tonight, we hit the teaser again. We also had Bo Nixon over rush yards, guys. That was a winner. I'm telling you guys, you're missing out. If you're not in the VIP, get on board right now. Little shout out to Wager Attack. Wager Attack sponsors my podcast, sponsors my lives. Get on board with Wager Attack. If you're not on board with them now, one of the best books in the business to bet with. So with that being said, guys, any questions, through the live. We're just going at it, guys. I'm going to talk from the top. None of this is scripted, guys. We're going to talk about some soccer games coming up this weekend. Also want to make a shout out to Club America, guys. I'm wearing the retro jersey for my favorite Mexican team, Club America, three-peat. They went in to Monterrey. They were a play-in team, guys. America had to get their way into the playoffs, back-to-back champions, completed the three-peat. Best team in Mexican soccer. They made us a lot of money this season. They've made us a lot of money over the years. Shout out to Club America, the back-to-back champions in the Liga MX. Guys, we have lots of soccer this weekend, so I'm excited. Those of you that are watching this video live are going to get the first dibs, first looks of my plays. Let me tell you something, too. These VIP plays that I give out, some of them that I give out on my live show don't even make it to my VIP, but they're winners, guys. Take notes. Write down some picks. The majority of the picks I give you hit at a very good rate. But I do have VIP plays. I gave out in the Club America final with Monterrey. I gave it to you last time on the live. It was the over corner kicks. And once again, guys, that was a banger. It hit. Over corner kicks in Club America versus Monterrey. I gave it to you guys live. It was here in the live show. It was saved on the YouTube channel. So stop missing out. Watch these episodes and get on board. 10-1 VIP run, 21-3 last 24. That's an 88% hit rate, guys. 88%. Who's hitting 21 out of 24 in any sport? Nobody, guys. Don't forget about the free Telegram. The free Telegram's on fire too, guys. Free Telegram's hitting 80% plus. I give out at least one free play every day to the people because I know there's a lot of you out there that don't have the funds yet to be betting big. Check in the free Telegram. I give you nuggets daily. I'm a man of the people. I've always been. Before I started this business, before I started getting into it, I did 2 years, free picks, nothing else, guys. It was free picks for 2 years straight. And that's how I started. And that's how I will continue. I will always give free picks as long as I'm doing this, guys. So thanks again for your support. Always remember, too, one way to thank me for the free picks and show some support, show some love, just like, comment on my reels that are on Instagram, guys, on this channel. Like, comment. That's one way to help me out. Doesn't cost a cent. With all that being said, let's move on to the soccer for Friday, December 20th, Freaky Friday. We go right to the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is at home taking on RB Leipzig, guys. Bayern Munich is in first place, 33 points. RB Leipzig is in fourth place with 27 points. Bayern Munich in 14 games has scored 42 goals, only 12 conceded. Good defense, lots of firepower up top. As we know, Bayern Munich, Harry Kane. Harry Kane's been injured, so I'm not sure if he's going to be back for this one. But they are going for redemption. Harry Kane's going for his first trophy. I have bet against him in the past. He didn't get the trophy last year. He's never won a championship in any top leagues or tournaments. And I think this is the Harry Kane year, guys. I think he will win this year. They're in first place, 33 points. Bayer Leverkusen's right behind him with 29 points. But Leipzig is not too far behind him. If Leipzig could get a win, they'll hit 30 points. They could jump all the way up to second. So this is a big game for RB Leipzig. This is also Freaky Friday. Both have good defensive teams. They don't allow more than a goal a game, and they are scoring at least one. Bayern Munich scoring 2+ goals a game. Freaky Friday, though, guys, we got to be careful. Let's look at their last contest. Bayern Munich lost 2-1 to Mainz. So they are looking for a big comeback. That was a terrible loss for Bayern Munich, guys. I know they're missing a couple key players, but to lose 2-1 in the league action when you're in first place, trying to win the trophy is not good. RB Leipzig, on the other hand, won 2-1 versus Eintracht Frankfurt. That was a win. And prior to that, they did lose 2-3 to Aston Villa in the Champions League competition. In Champions League competition for Bayern Munich, they won 5-1 versus Shakhtar. Let's take a look at their last head-to-head game between Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig. It was a 2-1 win by Bayern Munich. The game prior to that, 2023, was a 2-2 draw. Guys, this is a tricky one here. Bayern Munich is at home, coming off a bad loss in the last game. RB Leipzig, they're always good for a matchup. They're doing well this year. It's hard for me to take an over in a game like this because you kind of want to take an over, but it is Friday and it just might be a trap game. So I got to analyze this a little more. But I'm going to go with the straight money line. I don't, for some reason, I don't see the money lines popping up here on my iPad here, but I'm going to go with the Bayern Munich money line in this game on Friday versus RB Leipzig, just because they are due and they lost their last game and they are at home, guys. So give me Bayern Munich money line. For Saturday, there isn't too many other games right now. Serie A, Italy, Hellas Verona versus AC Milan. We're going to take a peek at that one just because it's Friday. AC Milan, 8th place, 23 points. Hellas Verona, all the way down to 16th place. They have 15 points. Their previous games, Hellas Verona, 3-2 win over Parma. Prior to that, 4-1 loss to Empoli. AC Milan, 0-0 draw to Genoa. AC Milan, prior to that, 2-1 loss to Atalanta. Last time these two teams faced off against each other was in this past year, earlier in the year, 2024. Hellas Verona, AC Milan was a 3-1 victory for AC Milan. You know what, guys? Hellas Verona is known to score goals and concede quite a bit. AC Milan can also put in some goals and has given up 16 goals, scored 24 in 15 matches. Hellas Verona, 21 goals in 16 matches, has conceded 39. That's quite a bit. Not a great defense, but they are at home. So I can see Hellas Verona squeezing one in, but I can also see AC Milan scoring 2 or 3. So I actually do like this over here in the Italian league. And sometimes we're cautious with the Italian league because they do play a little bit more defensive. There aren't a ton of goals. But I actually like this game as a better over than the Bundesliga game, which is on Friday. I know it's hard for me to say that right now because Bundesliga is one of our favorite over leagues. But this is Freaky Friday. Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig both play very good defensively. So this seems like it's going to be a bit more of a cagey match between those two. So we're going to go with the over in Hellas Verona versus AC Milan. All right, let's move on to Saturday. Saturday, Premier League, soccer, Aston Villa at home taking on Manchester City, the defending champions. But as we have seen, Manchester City is in trouble, guys. A team that used to have a minus 200, minus 300, minus 400 in front of them almost every game. This time is a plus 104 because they haven't had any wins. They've had one win out of the last 8 or 9 games. Not doing well. Aston Villa, 7th place, 24 goals scored, 24 conceded. Manchester City, 5th place, 28 goals, 23 conceded. Aston Villa coming off a 2-1 loss to Forest. Man City coming off a 2-1 loss to Manchester United, also lost in the Champions League 2-0. Aston Villa putting up goals, 1, 2, 3, 4. They've scored in the 4 out of the last 5 games. They are at home. I think they could score on Manchester City. Everybody's scoring on Manchester City. Give me the over goals in Aston Villa, Manchester City. I can't take Manchester City right now to get a win. They're plus 104. We're going to go goals in this one, guys. Both to score as well. Aston Villa, Manchester City, both to score over 2.5 goals there. Hey, guys, if at any time you have any questions, if you're watching this live, shoot a question in the comments, guys. We'll get it posted and we'll answer it for you guys. Next game in the Premier League, Brentford at home taking on Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, 4th place, playing very well, up with the big dogs. Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. Who would have ever thought Nottingham Forest would be in the mix? Champions League standings right now. After 16 games, 21 goals scored, 19 conceded, 28 points. If they can get a win here, they could match up there with Arsenal in the 3rd spot. Brentford, 11th place, 32 goals, 30 conceded, guys. Brentford battling, not doing too great, though. They are at home. Brentford coming off a 3-1 loss to Newcastle in the EFL Cup. Prior to that, in the Premier League last competition, Brentford lost 2-1. Nottingham Forest took down Aston Villa 2-1. Prior to that, 3-2 win over Manchester United. So here we go. Last head-to-head was 3-2. Brentford is at home. They score. They concede a lot. Nottingham Forest is plus 199. You know what? This is an odd line here, guys. Nottingham Forest, better position, better team in the 4th slot, going against a lower, weaker competition team. I know Brentford is at home, but the lines don't make sense. They're plus 124 for Brentford, plus 189 for Nottingham Forest. So basically, Brentford is the favorite. I don't see that. Whenever we get numbers like this, you know what we got to do. We got to go both to score, and we're going to go over goals. Brentford, Nottingham Forest. Next game on the lineup for Premier League Saturday, Ipswich at home taking on Newcastle. Ipswich plus 378. Ipswich plus 378 at home taking on Newcastle. Newcastle minus 135. Current standings. Newcastle 12th place, 16 games, 23 goals, 21 conceded. Ipswich relegation zone, guys. They're in 18th place out of 20 teams. In 16 games, they've scored 16 goals, conceded 28. Previous matchups, Ipswich, though, is scoring. They did beat Wolves, who's also in the relegation level down there, the bottom 3. They beat them 2-1. Ipswich lost 1-2 to Bournemouth, lost 0-1 to Palace. Newcastle did dominate Brentford 3-1, but prior to that, Newcastle dominated Leicester 4-0. And I love the line here, even though they are away. Ipswich could get a goal, but I just feel that Newcastle's a stronger team. This is a good position for them to get a win. I know Ipswich is battling relegation, but I don't think they have what it takes to take down Newcastle. Give me Newcastle minus 135 money line. Next game, West Ham at home versus Brighton. West Ham plus 185, Brighton plus 133. Current standings for West Ham. 14th place, 16 games, 21 goals, 29 conceded. Brighton is in the 9th slot. Brighton, after 16 games, 26 goals scored, 25 conceded. So here we go, guys. Last game, West Ham 1-1 draw versus Bournemouth. Prior to that, 2-1 win over the Wolves. Brighton did get a 1-3 loss to Crystal Palace. Prior to that was a 2-2 draw with Leicester, guys. There's only one way to take a game like this. West Ham plus 185. They're the home team. Brighton is the away team plus 133. You know where we're going here, guys. Both to score, guys, for West Ham, Brighton. West Ham, Brighton, both to score. That's what we're going to do in that game. Final game, Crystal Palace, Arsenal. Arsenal's only a minus 169 favorite. These two teams just played each other in the EFL Cup, and Arsenal won 3-2. They were minus 154. Crystal Palace is going to be at home this time, though. Crystal Palace did lose just to Arsenal yesterday, which is Wednesday, in the EFL Cup. It's crazy when things like this happen. They play the same team back to back. It's not usually set up this way, but that's just how the tournament's going. Prior to that, Brighton, Crystal Palace beat Brighton 3-1, and they tied Man City. So Palace is playing very well. Palace is playing well versus the big dogs. Arsenal, as you know, big dogs in the Premier League, 3-2 win over Crystal Palace. Prior to that, 0-0 draw versus a very weak Everton. So, with that being said, Arsenal's only a minus 169 favorite. Crystal Palace is at home. They just played each other. They did score 2 goals on them. I think Crystal Palace can get another goal. Give me the boat to score here. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. We got a lot of boat to scores, guys. Could be, you could put those together in a boat to score parlay, guys. Roll the dice. Bet every single game. I said boat to score. Throw some money on it. Low wager, long shot, parlay. Why not? That's what we're going to do, guys. The easy call is to say Arsenal minus 169, but I'm going to go with both to score Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. That'll do it for Saturday's England Premier League action. Moving on to the Bundesliga, our favorite league. First game, Stuttgart, 6th place, 14 games, 29 goals scored, 24 conceded. St. Pauli is coming in to Stuttgart, 15th place. St. Pauli needs to be careful. They're close to the relegation zone. They're the teams that are in 16th, 17th, 18th place are the relegation zone. St. Pauli is right there. They need to get a win, but they have a tough task ahead of them versus Stuttgart. Stuttgart's prior game versus Heidenheim was a win, 3-1. Prior to that was a big win over the Young Boys in the Champions League, 5-1. Prior to that, 3-2 win where a good defensive team versus a good defensive Union Berlin, 3-2. St. Pauli, guys, just got beat by Werder Bremen, 2-0. And they also lost 2-1 to Leverkusen. They did get a win 3 games ago versus Holstein Kiel, but that's a lower competition. St. Pauli has lost 3 out of the last 4 games. This one's pretty easy, guys. We got to go with Stuttgart. Stuttgart minus 200 is a good parlay piece. Possible Stuttgart a goal line in this game, minus 1.5. So keep that in mind. Not going to spend too much time on that one. I'm not going to go for goals in that one just yet. I could change my mind, but the plays are going to be Stuttgart moneyline piece or Stuttgart minus 1.5 at home to dominate St. Pauli. Next game, Eintracht Frankfurt at home versus Mainz. Eintracht Frankfurt minus 119 moneyline is at home. Eintracht Frankfurt, 3rd place, 27 points, battling for the top. They currently are in the Champions League position. Mainz, not too far behind them, 7th place, 22 points. Eintracht Frankfurt, 27 points. Recent competitions, Eintracht did go down to RB Leipzig 2-1. And Mainz, surprise win over Bayern Munich 2-1 at home. Prior to that, they had a 4-3 loss to Wolfsburg. Prior to that, a 2-0 win to Hoffenheim, 3-0 versus Holstein Kiel. And versus Dortmund, they had a 3-1 win. I'm just looking a little bit deeper. These guys are scoring in every game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mainz has scored in the last 4 or 5 games. Eintracht Frankfurt is known for scoring goals as well. Eintracht Frankfurt has 34 goals in 14 games. Mainz has 25 goals in 14 games. They're both giving up at least a goal a game. Give me both to score, Eintracht Frankfurt and Mainz. Give me the over here. Mainz is playing well, so I don't know if I could just pick Frankfurt as the winner. It seems like the easy pick to pick Frankfurt money line, but I'm going to go with the goals. Goals, and Eintracht Frankfurt versus Mainz, both to score as well. 3rd game in the Bundesliga, Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim at home taking on Borussia Mönchengladbach. Hoffenheim at plus 131. Gladbach plus 160. No clear favorite here. Hoffenheim is at home, but they're in 14th place. Gladbach, 11th place. Gladbach has 23 goals scored, 19 goals conceded. Hoffenheim, 19 goals scored, 26 conceded. Previous games, Hoffenheim, very good defensive game versus Dortmund, 1-1. Prior to that, 0-0 draw in the Europa League. Prior to that, a 1-1 draw versus Freiburg. So that's 2 1-1 draws in the Bundesliga for Hoffenheim. Meanwhile, Gladbach, 4-1 win over Holstein Kiel. Gladbach 1-1 draw versus Dortmund, and then a 3-1 loss to Freiburg. This one's simple, guys. It's going to be a little juicy. We're going to go both to score in Hoffenheim versus Gladbach. Not sure if I like the goals here just because they've both been playing very well defensively. So this might be a low over under. We're just going to be a little bit cautious with it. We're going to stick with both to score Hoffenheim, Gladbach. Next game in the Bundesliga, Werder Bremen versus Union Berlin. Werder Bremen plus 110, Union Berlin plus 270. Current standings, Werder Bremen is in 9th place, 22 goals scored, 24 conceded. Union Berlin, 14 games, 13 goals scored, 15 goals conceded, guys. They're scoring less than 1 goal a game, about 1 goal a game. Also only giving up 1 goal a game. Werder Bremen, on the other hand, about 1.5 goals a game, giving up 1.5 goals a game there. Most recent matchup, Werder Bremen 2-0 versus St. Pauli. Werder Bremen 1-0 versus Bochum. 1-0 versus Darmstadt. That was in the Pokal. Union Berlin 1-1 draw versus Bochum. I think I gave you guys the under in that game, guys. If you remember the last live podcast, I said under in Union Berlin versus Bochum, and it was 1-1. Prior to that, they did have a 3-2 loss to Stuttgart. Prior to that was a 2-1 loss to Union Berlin. Just never know with these guys. Werder Bremen, Union Berlin. It's hard for me to pick over goals in this one. It's also tricky to pick a straight out winner. Werder Bremen, let me look one more time. Werder Bremen is giving up goals, 24 in 16 matches, but they did shoot out. They did get a shutout versus St. Pauli. They've actually had 3 shutouts in a row. They are at home. Union Berlin plus 270. You know what, guys? All this is pointing to a Werder Bremen money line. Give me Werder Bremen plus 110 money line. Next game in the Bundesliga, Holstein Kiel plus 199 versus Augsburg plus 137. Recent matchups, Holstein Kiel lost 4-1 to Gladbach. Augsburg lost 2-0 Leverkusen. Prior to that was a 2-2 draw versus Eintracht. Holstein Kiel lost 2-0 to RB Leipzig prior to the Gladbach game. Let's look again at the current standings. Holstein Kiel, 17th place. They're in the relegation zone. They really need a win. Augsburg is in 13th place. They need a win as well. They can't be losing anymore, else they'll be in the relegation zone. But Augsburg in 14 games has 16 goals scored, 27 goals conceded. Holstein Kiel, 14 goals scored, 37 goals conceded, guys. They have the most goals given up in the Bundesliga, and they score at least 1 a game. Holstein Kiel, FC Augsburg, give me the boat to score and give me goals just because these teams are at the bottom of the barrel. They got nothing to lose. They got to get some wins. They're going to be pushing forward. They need some goals. The players on these teams want to show up and go on a different team. They want to battle hard. Give me both to score. Holstein Kiel, Augsburg, give me the over in the goal spread and the goals line as well. Final game for the Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen at home, minus 263, receiving Freiburg. Current standings for these guys, Bayer Leverkusen, 2nd place, 29 points, just behind Bayern Munich. These guys are the defending champions of the league, guys. They want to win it again. They want that back-to-back. They don't want Harry Kane to break his curse. Bayer Leverkusen taking on Freiburg. Freiburg is in that 5th slot, one slot away from the Champions League slot. There is, we're halfway through the season. A lot of games to go. Freiburg, 20 goals scored, 19 goals conceded. Leverkusen, 32 goals, 20 goals conceded. Leverkusen did win their last game 2-0. Freiburg did win a 3-2 over Wolfsburg. Freiburg 1-1 versus Hoffenheim. Freiburg has scored in the last 4 games, 5 out of the last 6. Leverkusen, 2 shutouts in a row. One was in the Champions League over Inter Milan. Leverkusen 2-1 versus a weak St. Pauli. Union Berlin doesn't score much. Did score also. You know what, guys? This is the later game for Saturday. Bayer Leverkusen minus 263 is going to be a money line piece. I do think Freiburg could get a goal, though, too. Give me the over in Bayer Leverkusen Freiburg. Over 2.5, might be over 3. But give me Bayer Leverkusen to be the winner here. Bayer Leverkusen minus 263 parlay piece. That'll do it for Bundesliga Saturday action. Scanning through the leagues, we're looking at Serie A, Italian League. Nothing really jumping out there for Saturday, guys. I don't bet every game. We do take days off every once in a while on official VIP plays. That doesn't mean that the VIP chat is not bumping and moving, and there's stuff that we're looking at in there, guys. We had a game the other day that just kept scoring over and over again. We kept laddering it live. And it wasn't an official VIP play, but we're talking about it in the chat. So whoever's in there is cashing. That's how that works, guys. The VIP chat, exclusive VIP chat, is just an additional part of the VIP experience. You got to get in there. We're going to skip Serie A for Saturday. Nothing's popping up there. I don't really like anything. Don't like the lines. Don't like the numbers. Don't like the games. La Liga, Spain, for Saturday. We do have one game that's standing out, and that is Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. We always like the Barcelona games. Atletico Madrid, this is the number 1 versus the number 2. Barcelona, first place, 38 points. Atletico Madrid, second place, 38 points, right there with them. Barcelona, after 18 games, 50 goals scored, 20 goals conceded. Atletico Madrid, very good defense, 31 goals scored, only 11 conceded. We got a good matchup here, guys. Barcelona coming off a loss to a very bad team, Leganes. Barcelona was a minus 833. Lost 1-0. The ball would just not go into the net. Barcelona looking for blood here. They can't get any more. They can't keep losing things like this or drawing. They did draw 2 games ago. Atletico Madrid, a 1-0 win versus Getafe. That's always a tough place, a tough team to play. Very defensive team. Prior to that, though, they had a 4-3 versus Sevilla. And prior to that, they won 5-0 versus a weaker team. Last game these two played, 3-0 win by Barcelona. You know what, guys? I got to go with the Barcelona bounce back win. I got to go with goals here. I think both teams can score. We're going to go over goals in this one as well, guys. I think it's going to be a lot of action. Midday game, Tijuana time, noon. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. We're going to have a special game there. Atletico Madrid had a good game. Not too long ago, it was back and forth, 4-3. I see goals. I see Barcelona to win, both to score over goals in La Liga for Saturday. That'll do it for Saturday's soccer action. Sunday, December 22, takes us back to the Premier League. First game, Everton at home versus Chelsea. Current standings, Chelsea, second place, 34 points. Everton, all the way down to 16th place. Everton, top dog, minus 159, guys. Seems like too good to be true, especially playing such a lower competition. Everton did draw with Arsenal, though, so that's probably why this line is like it is, because Everton showed that they can compete and play tough and have a 0-0 draw versus a team like Arsenal. Chelsea, on the other hand, 5-1 win today versus Shamrock. Played with a lot of backups, but they were minus 2,000, guys. That was expected. Prior to that, they had a 2-1 win versus Brentford. Chelsea, though, I think they have something special this year. The coach is doing well. The teams are gelling. They have good players. They have a great bench. I got to go with Chelsea minus 159 money line. Give me Chelsea minus 159 money line for the first game, Sunday's Premier League. Next game, Fulham, Southampton. Fulham minus 244. Southampton plus 600 pretty much. That's for a good reason. Fulham is in 8th place, 24 points. Southampton, bottom of the barrel, the last position, 20th place. Only 11 goals scored, 36 goals conceded. They give up the most goals. They're playing against a team who just had a draw versus Liverpool 2-2. They also had a draw versus Arsenal, guys, some of the top dogs, and they did beat Brighton 3-1. So that's 3 good games for Fulham. Southampton did do decent yesterday versus Liverpool, only lost them 2-1. But prior to that, lost 5-0 Tottenham in the Premier League. So this is going to be an easy one, guys. This is going to be a parlay piece. Fulham minus 244. Give me a Fulham goal spread minus 1.5 here. I think Southampton is just going to not have enough to compete versus Fulham. Next game, Leicester versus Wolves, guys. Plus 148 versus a plus 173. This is kind of odd. I figured Leicester would have a better line here. They did lose 4-0 to Newcastle, though, in their last game, and they tied Brighton 2-2 prior to that. Wolves, one of the worst defenses in the league, lost to Ipswich 2-1. They also lost to West Ham. They haven't seen a win. The last time they won was 5 games ago versus Fulham, a 4-1. Guys, this line's throwing me off a little bit. I want to take Leicester money line, but everything is pointing to goals here. Goals. Leicester versus Wolves. Give me goals. Over 2.5 is probably going to be 3.5. 2 or 3, whatever it is, give me the over. Next game, Manchester United at home versus Bournemouth. Current standings there. Bournemouth, 6th place. 24 goals, 21 conceded. Manchester United, 13th place, 21 goals scored, 19 conceded. Manchester United coming off a tough loss in the EFL Cup today, 4-3. We were on that over, guys. Banger, boom shakalaka, blowout winner, over 3.5. It was 7 goals, guys. That was an easy winner. You got to love it when the VIP play smacks like that. That's how it's been in the month of December, guys. Nobody in the business is on the heater that we're on right now. Back to the game. Tottenham destroyed they beat them. They didn't destroy them because Manchester United was right there, 4-3. Bournemouth coming off a 1-1 draw versus West Ham and a win over Ipswich. They did beat Tottenham 1-0, though, so this one's a little tricky. Manchester United, Bournemouth. Manchester United's defense not that great. They're minus 125. We got to go with the easy play here. Give me both to score in Manchester United versus Bournemouth. Final game for Sunday. Sunday Premier League takes us to Tottenham, who just came off that big win versus Manchester United in the cup game. Takes on Liverpool, the top team in the conference. Liverpool's first place, 36 points, 31 goals scored, 13 conceded, taking on Tottenham, who has 36 goals, 19 goals conceded. The last time these two teams faced off against each other, it was a 4-2 win to Liverpool. Liverpool has been owning Tottenham. Liverpool is the number 1 team. The line's a little sketchy, though. It's a minus 130 for Liverpool. These two teams have firepower. left and right. It is a later game on Sunday. You got to worry about those later games in the European leagues. They sometimes are tricky. The majority of these games are played at 6:30 a.m. Tijuana time, 7 a.m. for the Premier League. So we got to get the bets in early on Friday night and just wake up and cash. Tottenham, Liverpool. I'm gonna have to go for goals here, guys. I'm leaning Liverpool for the win. But we've seen these two teams score goals and give up goals. I like the over in Tottenham versus Liverpool, most likely both to score. But I am leaning Liverpool to get the victory, even though Tottenham had a good showing against Manchester United. Liverpool is not Manchester United, so they will have their hands tied. It's going to be tricky. It's not going to be easy. Give me the over in Tottenham versus Liverpool. Lean Liverpool to win. That'll do it for England Premier League for Sunday. That takes us to our Bundesliga for Sunday. Only 2 games. Bochum versus Heidenheim. Bochum, very last place, only 11 goals scored in 14 games, 35 conceded. Heidenheim, 18 goals scored, 31 conceded as well. They are in Bochum, though. Bochum needs a win bad. They did tie Union Berlin. Heidenheim 1-1 in their Conference League game for UEFA. Did lose 1-3 Stuttgart. Heidenheim did score 2 games against Bayern Munich, but lost 4-2. This is one of those early games, 2 crappy teams. Got not a whole lot to play for, guys. And guess what? We're going to go goals. Bochum, Heidenheim, over 2.5. Not going to pick a side, just going to bet the goals. Most likely about to score as well. Even though Bochum isn't scoring much at all, isn't guaranteeing a goal. I think they do get a goal here at home, just be in the position that they're in. Last game for Bundesliga, Sunday action. Wolfsburg at home, taking on Dortmund. Wolfsburg is in the 10th slot. 31 goals scored, 25 conceded. Dortmund, 8th slot, 25 goals, 21 conceded. Most recent matchups, Wolfsburg lost 3-2 to Freiburg. Prior to that, they won against Mainz 4-3. A lot of goals for Wolfsburg. Dortmund, on the other hand, last game, 1-1 draw versus Hoffenheim. And they did lose in the Champions League. Tough game versus Barcelona. Let's go to the Bundesliga for Dortmund. 1-1 draw versus Gladbach. 1-1 draw versus Bayern. Guys, Dortmund hasn't won in the Bundesliga. Let me see since when. They've won 2, 3. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the rest of the Dortmund games here. Okay. They haven't won a game in the Bundesliga since 3 games ago, guys. Last 3 games for Dortmund, 1-1 draws in the Bundesliga, guy. Wolfsburg is a decent team. Dortmund's plus 118. I am leaning Dortmund to get a win here, but I also like the goals, guys. I think Dortmund's going to score. Wolfsburg's going to score. Give me both to score in Wolfsburg, Dortmund. Do lean Dortmund just a little bit to get the victory. That'll do it for Bundesliga for the Sunday action. Moving on through the European leagues, Italian league, nothing really jumping out. Atalanta, though, it's a moneyline piece, minus 345. They've been dominating, doing very well, playing versus weak competition. So I can see them getting a win there. That could be a parlay piece. Moving on to the La Liga in Spain. Got to go to the big dogs when they play. Real Madrid at home versus Sevilla. Real Madrid is in the 3rd place, 37 goals, 16 conceded, taking on Sevilla, who's in 11th place, 18 goals scored, 23 conceded. Real Madrid coming off a Intercontinental Cup win over a weak Mexican team, Pachuca, guys. That was a VIP play for us. We had Real Madrid team total over 2.5, and guess what? They won 3-0, over 2.5. Cash it, winner, chicken dinner. Real Madrid, that was a parlay piece too. We had 3 grandma minus 500s that we pieced together. I was like a 500, minus 500, minus 400, guys. That's a grandma pick. So relax. It's not official VIP play, but it won. The 3 teams we picked all won that day, and we cashed. Sevilla coming off a 1-0 win over Celta Vigo. Prior to that, they had a 4-3 loss to Atletico Madrid. They are scoring at least 1 goal a game. Sevilla plays a little bit more defensive. Real Madrid is at home, minus 286. Got to go with Real Madrid for the win. That's a parlay piece. Not sure if I'm going to go goals there. I think that'll do it, guys, for Sunday's soccer action. Let me just bounce back to Saturday to give you an over parlay. I gave you quite a bit of over teams, over games that I liked for Saturday. Let's piece together 2 of them. Let's see which ones we're going to do. This is for Saturday. It's over parlay for the weekend.
Just to help the star of the show here, the one you seemed to really like was the Augsburg one. Just as a note, I don't know if that's one, but something you were highlighting heavily.
Oh, yeah. And I think that one is for, was that Sunday? Oh, yeah, that was Saturday. That is a Saturday game, too, there, just because we're talking about 2 teams that are in the lower bottom of the barrel. And they do give up a lot of goals. And they have seen, I believe they have seen some goals in the games that they've competed in. Now, the last time they did play each other, it was a 1-0, but it wasn't a tournament game, and it was a long time ago. So we're not going to let us keep us away from that. So I do I do think there is going to be some goals there, but I think there were some other ones that I want to do for the parlay. And that's going to be, let's see, we're going to do Eintracht Frankfurt versus Mainz is going to be an over piece for the Bundesliga, just because I know who their strikers are. They've been playing well. Eintracht Frankfurt and Mainz over, and we're going to parlay that with, you know what? We are going to do it that one. Holstein Kiel, Augsburg. That's going to be the 2-piece over parlay. Eintracht Frankfurt and Mainz, and Holstein Kiel versus Augsburg. That'll be Saturday's over 2.5 parlay for Saturday. And for Saturday, I think there was a juicy grandma favorite that I liked, and that's going to be, where is it at? It's going to be Bayer Leverkusen, and Stuttgart. There you go, guys. There's a free grandma parlay. Stuttgart minus 213. Parlay that with Bayer Leverkusen minus 263. That'll give you a good line right there. That'll give you a good one. 2 nuggets for Saturday, guys. A parlay, grandma parlay, and an overs parlay. All right. Sunday. Okay. Over parlay. Got to go with Leicester versus Wolves over 2.5. Over 2.5 with Leicester and Wolves. And also give me the over in Bochum Heidenheim. Those are our bottom of the barrels. It gives up a ton of goals. They're fighting relegation. That's going to be my over parlay for Sunday. That's Leicester Wolves over 2.5 from the Premier League, and Bochum versus Heidenheim from the Bundesliga over 2.5 parlay there as well. And we will give you guys a grandma parlay for Sunday as well. That's going to be Atalanta money line minus 345. That's going to be the first piece minus 345. And the second piece is going to be Fulham at home, taking advantage of playing Southampton. Southampton is going to go down. Fulham minus 244. Parlay that with what did I say? Parlay that with Fulham. Parlay that with Atalanta. And another parlay that you could do that I like with Atalanta, just in case something is happening with Fulham, give me, was it Real Madrid? Real Madrid, 286. Real Madrid at home, got to get a win, minus 286. You could parlay that with Atalanta as well, minus 345. If you prefer that one. If you don't trust Fulham, because Southampton has been playing teams tough, that's going to be another parlay piece. Real Madrid and Atalanta. Definitely Atalanta, guys, minus 345. We had Atalanta in a VIP play just the other day. We had the over 1.5 for the first half. And guess what? I think Atalanta went up like 4-0. Blowout winner. That was a VIP pick, guys. I'm telling you, we're on fire right now. The soccer's smacking. I'm picking my spots. I'm not over betting. If it's a day where I don't like anything, we take the day off, guys. That means there's no official VIP plays, but it doesn't mean we're not betting, guys, because we're in the VIP chat and we're smacking things left and right in there. We're throwing stuff out there. We're having fun. So, thanks again. Oh, yeah, it's talking about the America jersey. This is a retro America jersey. America is my favorite team from Mexico since I was a kid, so I was happy to see them win the back-to-back championship. I wish it was them playing against Real Madrid, not Pachuca. These guys would have shown a better showing. Club America will be taking on Inter Milan in Las Vegas, so keep that in mind, guys. That game's coming up. It's going to be a friendly, but it will be fun. I don't know if Messi's going to play. They might have to have him in there for a little bit, but Club America versus Inter Milan. It's going to be fun. It's going to be in Las Vegas, so keep an eye out for that game. That'll do it for the soccer action, fellas. And let's go into some NFL. You guys ready for some NFL? We got a little bit more time today to break down the NFL. And like I said earlier, guys, NFL is usually a stay away from me on Sundays, but I give a lot of information out about the games and a lot of good info about where the public action is. And we use that in our advantage. The NFL, I do very well with on prime time, as you have seen, guys. I think my NFL teasers are hitting 75% plus on the season, guys. Last year, through the playoffs into the Super Bowl, I believe I forget the exact number. It's on my page somewhere, but I only lost one teaser out of the entire playoff series. I even hit the final Super Bowl teaser, guys. You could get the teasers on Wager Tech at minus 130. That means you get 7 points on the spread, 7 points on the over-under for minus 130, guys. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Take the spread, plus 7 points. Take the over-under, plus 7. Put them together, guys. It's magical when you can do that. Why not? The books let you do it. Do it. It's minus 130. It's not a bad line. Only on Wager Tech can you get minus 130 with the 7-point teaser. NFL Sunday action. Let's take a look what we got. Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Over under 47. Bengals minus 8.5. That's a big line. Of course, Cleveland Browns are 3-11. Cincinnati Bengals 6-8. Most recent matchups here for the Cleveland Browns, 21-7 loss to the Chiefs. So the Browns did not cover there. Titans, the Bengals took down the Titans at the Titans 37-27. Prior to that, they took down the shitty Cowboys. I mean, Bengals should dominate this game, but the line seems too big. I know it seems like an easy one, even though the Browns are not really playing for anything. They'd rather have somebody says there's games on Saturday for NFL. Let me see. Oh, okay. Good point. Hey, man, thanks for bringing that up. Let's start with those. Then we'll jump back into those. Saturday, NFL action. Thanks for catching that. Houston Texans, Kansas City Chiefs. It's in Kansas City. This should be a good game right here, guys. Over under is set at 42, and it's the Chiefs taking on the Houston Texans. Chiefs haven't been covering often. They haven't been covering much. The Chiefs have yet to score over 30 points on their own. They're still a great team, but they like to control the clock. I'm going to go with the teaser here, guys. I got to go with the teaser for Saturday. Give me the Houston Texans plus 10.5 and give me under 49. Under 49, Houston Texans plus 10.5. I love that one. Kansas City Chiefs are at home, but I love that teaser there. Another big game for Saturday. Wow, Saturday, almost like playoffs are happening this weekend. Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, big matchup. Over-under is 44.5 points. Ravens minus 6.5 favorites. They are at home. Steelers are 10-4. Ravens are 9-5. Big divisional game here, guys. This is a tricky one. Just because it's such a big game, guys, I just can't see Baltimore Ravens covering the 6.5. I got to go Pittsburgh Steelers plus 6.5. Give me Steelers plus 6.5 because there's so much on the line here, guys. It's going to be a close game, back and forth. That's what I'm going to do with that game. Pittsburgh Steelers plus 6.5. I think that was it for Saturday, guys. Saturdays, thanks again, those of you in the live, for catching that. Appreciate it. Once again, Cleveland Browns on Sunday taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm gonna take the Cleveland Browns plus 8.5. Doesn't sound that great, but you got to go against the grain sometimes. Next game, Atlanta Falcons, New York Giants. Falcons are minus 8.5 favorites. Guys, this is another tricky one too. These lines are crazy. The Falcons did beat the Raiders 15-9. The New York Giants lost to the Ravens. This one's going to be an easy one, guys. I'm going to do a teaser here as well, just because I like them teasers. Give me the Falcons minus 1.5. Give me under 49. Falcons minus 1.5, under 49 teaser. Straight up, I think I even like the under 42. Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears are shit. They are crap. They are at home. I don't care. Give me the Lions minus 6.5. There is a rookie starting for the Falcons. I don't care. I think he's going to do great. It's the Giants. So we're going to take that teaser. Thanks for that information. We did say Lions minus 6.5. Next game, Colts, Tennessee Titans. The Colts are minus 3.5. Over-under is 42.5. Colts are 6-8. Titans are 3-11. Titans 10-point loss to the Bengals. Haven't won a game in 3 games. Colts lost to the Broncos pretty bad, but did beat the Patriots. That's not saying much. Prior to that game, this is an ugly game. I don't know what to do here. Let's go under 42 points. Titans, Colts, ugly game, taking the under. Cardinals, Carolina Panthers. Cardinals minus 4.5. Over-under is 47 points. Carolina Panthers 3-11. Lost big to the Cowboys. Cardinals beat the Patriots pretty bad. Was their only win in the last 4 games. Panthers haven't won in 4 games. Last time they won, they beat the Giants. That's not saying much. It's a tricky one. But give me the Cardinals minus 4.5. Rams, Jets. Give me the Rams minus 3. I know it's the Jets. I know the Rams are playing away. Give me the Rams, -3. Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Commanders. The line is -3.5. Eagles playing very well right now. Won a lot of games in a row. Washington Commanders have won 2 in a row here. Some low scores, some high scores. Got to go with the teaser here. Teaser. Give me the Washington Commanders plus 10.5, and give me the over 30. I think it's 37 is what the line goes down to, I believe. Give me the Commanders plus 10.5, and give me the over, whatever the spread is for the teaser. Minnesota Vikings, Seattle Seahawks. Vikings are -3. Vikings are 12-2. Seahawks 8-6. Vikings did very well versus the Bears, dominated the Falcons, barely beat the Cardinals. The Seattle Seahawks were doing very well until they got beat up by the Packers. I got to go with the Minnesota Vikings -3 here. Oh, wow. Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots, Buffalo Bills -14. Give me Buffalo Bills -14. It is the Patriots. The line is huge, but I don't care. Bills are going to smash. Raiders versus Jacksonville Jaguars. Raiders are favorite here. Come on now. Raiders are tanking. Guess what happens if the Raiders win 1 or 2 games? They lose out on the number 1 pick. Raiders are tanking. The Jacksonville Jaguars also are not wanting to win. This is going to be an ugly toilet bowl game. Ugly game. Disgusting game. Let's go. Jacksonville Jaguars money line. Jacksonville Jaguars money line. Give me a teaser in this one. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars plus 8.5, under 48. Under 48. I like the pick there, right there, from my guy. Bills touchdown in the first drive. Allen over rushing yards. Possible anytime touchdown. I like it. Especially against the Patriots. Allen likes to be greedy. Doesn't care about getting hurt. He likes to get touchdowns. He's going to get it. Anyways, back to Jacksonville Jaguars, Las Vegas Raiders game. Got to go Jacksonville Jaguars money line just because I know the Raiders are tanking. They don't want to win. They're going to just do whatever they can to not get a win. Give me Jacksonville Jaguars plus 8.5, under 48 teaser. San Francisco 49ers taking on the Miami Dolphins. 6-8, 2 6-8 teams battling it out. Still have a small chance of getting into the playoffs. San Francisco 49ers did lose to the Rams. Dolphins lost to the Texans 20-20. Both teams are trending towards the under 44 points. Dolphins are -2.5 favorites. You know what? I love teasers. I got to give you another teaser here. Just because the way I break down these games, the way I look at the numbers, the way I look at the teams, I love teasers. Give me the San Francisco 49ers plus 9.5, and give me the under. What would it be? It's 44 points. Under 52. Under 52.5, and 49ers plus 9. Plus 9, under 52.5. That takes us to our Sunday night game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 8-6 versus the 6-8 Cowboys. Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming off a big win over the Chargers, who just took down tonight on Thursday Night Football. They took down the Broncos. Cowboys 30-14 win over the Panthers, putting up points, giving up points. Tampa Bay put up 40. Primetime action. We did have 2 unders on Monday. We had an over on Thursday. Loved it over there. I loved it. A lot of people were telling me under. They loved the under. It was always the over tonight, Thursday Night Football. I got to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 3, and over 41.5. I do think we're going to have another over game here. I might even bet this game over 48 straight up. But this is going to be a primetime game for my VIP. Sometimes I change it up a little bit from what I give in the live. So if you want the actual game, the actual pick, right now I'm saying Buccaneers +3. I'm going to take the Buccaneers with the 7 points. I know it's not recommended to do that, but it is the Cowboys, and the Buccaneers are looking good right now. They could definitely get another win. This is a good spot for them to get a win. +3, over 41.5. Give me the Buccaneers. Give me the over 41. Guys, that's going to do it for the NFL action for Sunday. Guys, I enjoy putting this thing together. Good information. Take notes. If you're watching this live, if you're watching it recorded, I ask that you put a comment below, like, subscribe, send it to your friends. The more views, the more comments, the more likes, you guys can help us out. So thanks again for tuning in. 10-1 VIP run. 21-3 last 24, guys. Nobody in the business is doing this with any sport right now, guys. We don't bet NBA. It's one of the worst sports to bet. I know there's some guys that do well with NBA out there, but we don't do it because there's no edge there. There's no advantage. With the soccer, we have the edge. We have the advantage. Imagine if you would have taken my bets and only my soccer bets, guys. If you would have, in the last 45 VIP bets, 38 wins, only 7 losses, 84% hit rate, how much money you would be up. Just in the last 11 plays, guys, 10-1, last 24, 21-3. Guys, we're on fire right now. I'm in the zone. We're going to have some picks tomorrow, VIP action for Friday, maybe 1 pick. Saturday, Sunday, that's where we have 2 to 5 picks for VIP. So stay in touch. Shoot me a DM. We got a special right now in the VIP, $60 for the rest of December. Gets you on board, guys. That's less than a Chick-fil-A meal. That's less than a McDonald's meal a day. Get some winning picks. Join the VIP experience, the VIP chat. Once you join the community, you will never want to leave, guys. Day in, day out winners. So thanks again for all your support, guys. That'll do it for the live show.
You are now tuned into On the Pitch with the GOAT, TJ Raff.